In my final semester of college, I took on a job as the night supervisor at the old community center on campus, a once vibrant hub of laughter and activity that had fallen into a chilling silence over the years. Rumors circulated about its haunted past, but I was young and eager to earn a little extra cash, dismissing the tales as mere folklore. One stormy evening, my new shift began, and a mysterious janitor named Marcus joined the team. He was tall, with piercing green eyes that seemed to see right through me. At first he was charming, chatting about his love for horror movies and sharing stories about his previous jobs. I was intrigued but unaware that beneath his friendly demeanor lay a darkness that would soon envelop me. As I settled into my midnight to 6 a.m., routine, strange occurrences began to plague the center. Papers vanished from my desk, supplies disappeared without explanation, and I brushed it all off as my own forgetfulness. That is, until I heard a faint whisper echoing through the empty hallways. My heart raced at the sound, but curiosity compelled me to investigate. I ventured through the dimly lit corridors, the only sounds being the distant drip of water and the creak of old floorboards. Suddenly, I stumbled upon Marcus standing in the gym, staring blankly at the wall. "What are you doing?" I asked, half joking. His reply sent chills down my spine. Listening to the spirits, my skin crawled, and I laughed nervously, trying to shake off the eerie vibe. Yet his serious expression lingered in my mind. The following nights, Marcus's behavior escalated. He spun dark tales about the community center's history and unsolved murder that had occurred decades ago, and the ghost rumored to haunt the place. At first, I thought he was simply trying to frighten me, but there was an unsettling intensity in his eyes that made my stomach twist. Then came the note. Slipped under my door one night was a message that read, "Beware the shadows they remember." Panic surged through me. Was this a prank, or was someone genuinely trying to warn me about Marcus? I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, and the growing dread made it hard to concentrate. Determined to uncover the truth, I called my friend Sarah, asking her to come by under the guise of needing help with a project. As we worked in the kitchen, I kept glancing toward the gym, where Marcus was now eerily silent, sweeping the same spot over and over. His movements were robotic, and I felt the tension rise between us. Suddenly, the lights flickered and then went out, plunging us into darkness. My heart raced as I grabbed my phone for light. When I illuminated the gym, there was Marcus standing in the corner again, muttering to himself. My breath caught in my throat as I turned to call for Sarah, only to find she had vanished. "Sarah," I shouted, my voice echoing against the walls. But all that answered was a low, sinister laugh that sent shivers down my spine. I rushed toward the supply room, drawn to the sound, and found the door slightly ajar. Pushing it open, my worst fears were confirmed. There stood Marcus, grinning maniacally, holding Sarah's phone in his hand. Looking for this, he taunted, his voice dripping with malice. My blood ran cold, and the reality of my situation crashed down on me. I was trapped, and there was no way out. Thinking fast, I snatched a broom from the corner and swung it at him, creating just enough space to escape. I bolted down the hall, adrenaline coursing through my veins as I heard his footsteps pounding behind me. Every instinct told me to run. I burst into the gym, slamming the door shut and locking it behind me. My mind raced as I scanned the room for a weapon, desperately seeking something to defend myself with. My eyes landed on a basketball, and in a moment of desperation, I hurled it at the door just as Marcus crashed against it. "Let me in," he shouted, his voice echoing eerily through the gym. As he rattled the doorknob, panic rose within me. I needed to escape. Glancing around, I spotted a small window high on the wall. Without a second thought, I climbed onto a stack of bleachers, struggling to push the window open. Just as I squeezed through, I heard the door give way behind me. I tumbled out into the pouring rain, hitting the ground hard. Heart pounding, I scrambled to my feet and sprinted toward my car, fumbling for my keys as the storm raged around me. I glanced back at the community center just as I turned the engine over. Marcus stood in the doorway, illuminated by a flash of lightning, his twisted grin etched into my memory. From that night on, I never returned to the community center. The memories of those haunting hours still linger, a shadow that follows me. I often wonder what became of Marcus, whether he still haunts the halls, waiting for his next midnight visitor. So, if you ever find yourself alone in a seemingly innocent place, heed this warning, trust your instincts. Darkness hides secrets you can't even begin to imagine. Stay vigilant and always watch your back.